Hello and welcome to another Dominaria draft here on the channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry if my voice is a little bit scratchy today. I do have a bit of a sore throat, but I'll get through it. You might even be able to say that I'm a little bit under the weather, like. I thought of that pun. Just had to throw it in there, guys. I'm sorry. And as always, remember, if you do like the video, be sure to click that thumbs up and subscribe to get updates whenever I post new content. So yeah, now let's look at the pack. I think Torgar is pretty good. It's a pretty big body, pretty easy to enable, especially if you have a couple little token makers. I don't think Chainer's Torment is very good. The guy it makes is pretty big, but this card's very slow. Memorial of the War I don't think is playable unless they have like a bomb rare land I'm not thinking of. And if they have like several of the other memorials, you might bring this in, but I don't think it's very good. Eldest Reborn is a card that has seemed pretty good to me. I don't think it's better than Torgar, just because Torgar is like pretty huge and you can cast him for pretty cheap. But I think if Torgar wasn't here, I would take Eldest. And then after that, maybe... After that, I'm not sure, maybe Grown from Ashes? Huh, Jaya Ballard. I don't think this card's really playable in limited. I think this card just doesn't do anything relevant that you care about. It's also got a really hard mana cost. So it's like the discard up to 3 and then draw that many. It just doesn't do much. It's like fine in limited, but like the other abilities just don't do anything because you'll never get enough instants and sorceries for it to be relevant. So I think it's kind of a trap. Garn of the Bloodflame is a fun card. I have been known to misplay with this card before, but yeah, I think Garn is pretty good. It is kind of expensive. I like Memorial to Genius a fair bit, but it is a bit dirtily. I think I like Fiery Intervention. I think it's fine, but it's also cost 5. I think I like Garna here. I think its ability is pretty relevant. Sapling Migration is kind of cool, because it's good with Torgar. Helps you get him out pretty early. But I think it's between Garna and Fiery Intervention here, and I think I'm going to take the Garna just because I think Garna has a bit higher upside. And yeah, I think Fiery Intervention is pretty good though. I'm willing to move off of the Garna though, and I think Naru Meha is pretty strong. I think this card should not be going third. Even on its own, it's like a 4-mana 3/3 flash, which isn't the worst. And then its abilities can sometimes be relevant. It doesn't really go with my first 2 picks at all. I did just see the Memorial, the blue land. So if I'd taken that, I could have taken the Naru. I think Naru is much better in blue-red. And I don't really want to splash. I don't think the fixing's great. So maybe Naru Meha's not insane here. Maybe it's worth something. You never know. Looking at the other colors, I like Baloth Gorger a fair amount. I like Deathbloom Thallid. I like Thallid Omnivore. I don't really know what's open. I think green or blue could be open. I think Baloth Gorger might just be better than Naru Meha. I'll take the Naru though. I like to experiment with newer rares when the set is kind of new, and having it being a legendary could just bump it up a little bit more. I like Tetsuko. It being a legendary again is pretty relevant. I think Howling Golem's probably pretty fine, just because it triggers Historic and it's pretty low cost to put in your deck. Don't think Primordial Vol's Glorious Rebirth is very good. This card does make me want to have instants and sorceries, though I'm not like sold on playing it. I might just take the Howling Golem because it's going to be solid no matter what, and I might just need to make playables, but I think Tetsuko is going to be fine too. Hard to say, hard to say. I think I'm just going to take the Howling Golem just because it's guaranteed to make my deck. Makes my deck run a little smoother. And it's going to be pretty good, I think. Whoa. Blue-black looks to be open. So I took the Howling Golem over, I forget what I took it over. Geez, that's kind of bad. What did I take it over? Over the Tetsuko. I think Rona is probably pretty good. I also like Memorial to Genius because it's just in your land slot. The 3-mana 2/1 flyer has been above average. I don't think it's very good. I do not think that card is very good. There's a lot of good blue and black cards here. I think I'm going to move off of the Garna plan and just play blue-black. I think Rona, Disciple of Gix, is going to be pretty good because all of my cards are historic right now. So it's going to be able to get some good value. I do like Memorial to Genius, but I think it might be a little bit too dirtily. This effect on a land is quite powerful, though, but I think Rona's going to be a little bit better. It also solidifies me into blue-black, because if I pass a late Rona, people might think that blue or black is open. I like Deep Freeze. I'll take it. It's a pretty good removal spell. At this point, I'm not playing Garna. I have done literally one draft, not me, but I have played a lot of Limited in my day. I've played many, many drafts overall, just not of Dominaria, and I'm just going to rest on my card evaluations at the beginning of the format. Urza's Tome could be cool with all these legendaries, but I think Deep Freeze is just pretty good. I don't want to spin my wheels too much. I do think Urza's Tome could be good, but I think Deep Freeze is a pretty good removal spell. And now it's between Divination, Syncopate, and Fungal Infection. Let's see. So this is my mana cost right now. Torgar is probably not getting cast for super cheap. These are 3 drops. I have a 4 drop. So the question becomes, would I rather have Syncopate or Fungal Infection? I don't think I need a Divination here. It does kind of work well with Narumeha, because I can copy it and draw 4 for 7 mana. But I kind of like just taking a cheaper creature, or Syncopate. Fungal Infection is kind of like a creature. I don't think Fungal Infection has been insane to me. I don't think I want Divination. I think I'm just going to take the Fungal Infection just to be a little bit defensive. It's just a nice little defensive card. I can also copy it with Narumeha for 5 mana, which could be relevant. Divest, not insane. I don't think Rescue is very good, though. With Arc and Arcanist, I don't have a ton of instants or sorceries. I could take it just as a 2-drop. I think I'll take Divest for the sideboard, though. This card is probably pretty fine in a control deck, but I'm not playing red. And I got a Blood Tallow Candle. I like that. It's just a historic card. I can get it back with Rona. If I cast Rona, I can exile it. I just think Blood Tallow Candle is fine. I don't think I really like Cabal Evangel. Homered Explorer is interesting, but not insane. I think I'm going to take Soul Salvage over the Explorer. I don't really need creatures right now. I'm going to probably put that in the sideboard, though. Final Parting's interesting. I don't think it's great. I could just take Memorial Unity, but as a hate draft, but I'll just take the black card. Don't want to send a signal. The Foil Plains or the Warlord's Fury. We'll let someone else get a Foil Plains. And another red card. I think my deck's looking pretty solid right now. I think my colors are pretty open. And I did get a lot of late black cards, even though they're not great ones. Which is still pretty nice. There were a couple close picks in that pack. But I think I navigated that fairly well, especially because I haven't really played with any of these cards yet. Yeah, let's see how it goes, I guess. The Fungal Infection also gives me a token for Torgar to cast him a little bit cheaper. Territorial Allosaurus is quite good, I think. Let's see how much it's worth. Not worth anything. Feels bad, man. I think it's pretty good, but I'm not green, obviously. I like Cloud Reader Sphinx as a 5-drop. I don't like Chainer's Torment all that much. I think Skittering Surveyor is pretty good, but I think my deck probably just would rather have a Cloud Reader Sphinx at this point as just a nice little finisher. I think Cloud Reader Sphinx is quite good. I think it's like one of the best blue commons. So I'm going to take the Cloud Reader Sphinx over the Skittering Surveyor and be pretty happy with it. We're just putting all of our expensive stuff in this pile. I do like the Skittering Surveyor, though, but I'm not really looking to splash here. I think people, in general, splash too much. That's one of the pet peeves I have when I watch other people draft. And that's just something that I think you don't really need to do all that much. Urza's Ruinous Blast. This card I might splash if I could get the fixing for it. Because I have, like, all legends. I have 4 legends. I guess I don't have an insane number of legends. Jorah's Familiar is pretty good. It makes all my historic spells cost 1 less, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 historic spells. It's between that and Vicious Offering. For me, Vicious Offering good with Narumeha. It's just a good removal spell. Jorah's Familiar I think is pretty good, though. I think I'm just going to take the Vicious Offering, though. I don't think when I play a 4-mana 2/2 flyer, I need to make my stuff cost less. It does cost 4 mana. If this costs like 3, it'd be much better. And also, I think I need removal spells. I think this card's pretty good. Vicious Offering, it's pretty flexible. You can usually use it to good effect to kill something much bigger. And yeah, I think I'm going to take it over the Jorah's Familiar. I wouldn't mind a copy of Divination, I don't think. Ooh, the Mirari Conjecture. This card is spicy. Is this a foil? I don't know. Return target instant. So I can return instants, I can return sorcery, and then I get to double up. I don't think this card's very good in limited. There's a Wrath Capuchin, but I'm not playing white. Time of Ice, I think, is going to be pretty good. It just stalls the board so much. I don't think I need to befuddle. Don't think Demonic Vigor is very good. Let's see. I don't know if this is foil. It looks kind of foily. Kind of hard to tell, I guess. I think Time of Ice is pretty good. I haven't gotten a ton of time to play with it. I don't have enough instances in Sorcery for Mirari Conjecture, so I think I'm just going to take Time of Ice here over Arcane Flight, over Befuddle. I don't think Demonic Vigor is very good. And yeah, I think I'll try it out. Ooh. There's another Johoria's Familiar. There's also another Deep Freeze. I think I'll take the Deep Freeze once more. I do start to have a problem where I need creatures. Maybe I'm supposed to take the Johoria's Familiar. I do have a decent amount of removal now. I don't think I'm really a Time of Ice deck. I think this card's much better when you're a bit more assertive. I do have like 4 removal spells already. I only have 5 creatures. I think I'll take the Deep Freeze. I just really like having good creatures. There's an Opt. I don't really want to play Opt, but I might play it if I get like a little bit more synergy with it. I do have the Narameha. I mean, I keep saying I have the Narameha. It is only 1 card in my deck after all, but Opt could be fine. Opt is never a card you're super happy to play, but it's never a card like you're super down on. Ooh, nice. Merfolk Trickster is a nice 2-drop. I like it because it stays relevant into the late game, which is pretty nice. It's just a tap effect, which is pretty good. I don't think I need another like expensive 5-drop, and this is a pretty good 2-drop. It's also because it remains viable later on. I don't think I'm an Artificer's Assistant deck. I do have a couple historic spells. Not an insane number. Guardian of Koilos is kind of interesting. Don't really want to play Tolarian Scholar. I'll take the Guardians. And now I'll take an Arcane Flight. Probably not going to play that card. I don't think my deck really needs it, but Dark Bargain's nice. I like Dark Bargain. I think it's a fine one-of, just for some card advantage. It's kind of close between that and Divination for which one's a little bit better. Power Stone Shard could be interesting in some decks, but I think I'll just take the pretty cool card draw engine. And just looking at the top 3, it's pretty deep in your deck. I didn't get any like legends this pack. Ooh, look, Johoria's Familiar came back. Do I want that, or I think I'll take the Johoria's Familiar. I don't think Divination's a high priority for me because I do already have the Dark Bargain, and you don't really want too many of those effects in your deck. What I'm trying to avoid is just spinning my wheels, because I feel like that's the way I'm going to lose, because I do have some powerful late game cards like Rona, and Torgar's pretty good, and Cloud Reader Sphinxes, and I just don't want to spin my wheels too much and just lose like that. I think 1 Johoria's Familiar is going to be pretty good, just because I have a decent amount of historic spells, and it's going to be pretty good in my deck, I think. Time of Ice is going to be interesting on whether I include that. Time of Ice is like pretty good when you're aggressive, but like I don't have like enough 2-drops to really be an aggressive deck to really leverage Time of Ice. I don't really know. I think it's kind of interesting because it does put you down a card overall, but it like slows them down by a lot. But I don't really have like an engine to go over the top when I am slowing them down. Befuddle's interesting. I'm not a Sparring Construct deck. I'm not an Arcane Flight deck. Though I guess I could take Arcane Flight and hope to get like Turtles. Though I don't really think I want to do that. I think I'll take the Befuddle. You never know when you'll need a Befuddle. I can side it in against the Evera like Halicon. Ooh, the Johoria's Familiar came back. I don't know how good this card is. I think it's fine. Flyers tend to be pretty good in limited. I think this card's going to be nice. I do not have huge creatures for blocking, which is pretty relevant. Not going to play the Cabal Evangel. Or Stone Shard could be interesting. Probably not going to start it with it here, but you never know. I have 15 cards, so I do need like about 8 cards in my last pack, which I think I'll be able to get pretty easily. Oh my gosh. Jaya's Immolating Inferno. This card is so busted. I had it in my last draft, and it was just like actually unreal how like destructive this card was. It is double red, so I can't splash it, but this card is nuts. I think I'm just going to take another Howling Golem. over a Demonic Vigor. Stronghold Confessor is also interesting, but I think Howling Golem's a little bit better. It's cheaper, and I don't think Stronghold Confessor is insanely relevant in this format. So yeah, I think Howling Golem's the pick here. Giants and Landing Inferno would be pretty cool if I was playing red, but I'm not playing red, so can't really just take that card. And then get past the Squee. I did get past an Eviscerate, though, so I'm pretty happy to take that. I do like Blink of an Eye, but Eviscerate's just removal. And Blink of an Eye, I want to be casting it for 4 mana. So this is like 4 mana kill, there's 4 mana bounce. I think bounce the kill spell's going to be better. Weight of Memory is a nice little draw spell, but I don't think I'm going to be down too far on cards just because I have the Howling Golems. And I do have this one dark bargain. So I don't really need to prioritize card draw spells. So I think I'm going to take the Caligo Skin Witch or the Syncopate. Syncopate's kind of nice, but I do not have an insane number of instants. I do have 3 instants, I think. So I think it's between Syncopate and Skin Witch. I think Skin Witch could be good in my deck, especially because it's always going to be relevant because of the Howling Golem, so they'll always have cards in hand. So I can like attack with Howling Golem, draw a card, and then we both draw a card, and then they have to discard. So I think I like Caligo Skin Witch. It's also pretty defensive early, so I'm going to take it over the Syncopate here. I think you only really want 1 Syncopate, but if I got like another Cabal Skin Witch, I'd be happy. And I think I do want another 2-drop for this deck. I don't think Cabal Paladin's really what this deck wants to be doing. Not me. I just think Cabal Paladin's like more of an aggressive card. My deck's kind of slow. Windgrace Acolyte I don't mind though. I kind of like it. I can dig it. Pretty nice card here to pick up. I think flyers are pretty good, so I like it. How's my mana requirements? So I do have a double blue card, double black card. I don't think my mana, and a single black card. I don't think my mana can really afford a Zalfrin Void. I don't think I have enough instants and sorceries. I think you need like 14 instants and sorceries for Precognition Field to work. And I obviously don't have that. This is kind of a tough pick. I think Cloud Raider Sphinx is really good. I think Deep Freeze is good, but I already have 2 Deep Freezes. I already have enough removal, I think. So I think I'm just going to take another late game threat in the Cloud Raider Sphinx over the Deep Freeze. I do think Deep Freeze was good, but I do already have 2 copies and an Eviscerate and a Vicious Offering and a tapped Candle. So I think I already have a lot of removal spells, and I just want another top-end creature. Though I do have a decent amount of 5-drops, I would like to cut the Guardians. And yeah, so I'm going to take the Cloud Raider Sphinx. The Temporal Gateway. That's kind of a funny one. Yeah, I do have some historic permanents, but I'm not going to use that for them. I don't think Artificer's Assistant's very good. I think I like the first Dredge Sentinel. I think it's a fine card in a lot of decks, especially the first copy. Homerid Explorer is like not really what I want to be doing, so I'll take the first Dredge Sentinel. And now an easy Blink of an Eye. I just really like this card. Pretty powerful. Coldwater Snapper is not really what I want to be doing. It's just expensive and not huge. Pretty easy to chump. Blood Tallow Candle's fine, but I think you only really want 1, because if you draw a hand with multiples, it's just kind of very clunky. Weight of Memory is kind of nice, but there was 1 earlier, so I might get that one back. And I'm getting a couple more instants here. I'll take Blessings of Belzenlog. Maybe I'll side it in against certain decks. And there's Valerian Scholar, I guess. I'm not taking Demonic Vigor. I already have a Feral Abomination. Sometimes you just need another 3-drop, so maybe I could side that in. I do need like 1 more card, but it's not the end of the world because I have like all of these are like my best cards. I guess, but ooh, we got another Blink of an Eye. Let's go. That's pretty nice. So I think I'll be casting this for 6 most of the time. There's another Weight of Memory. There's a Weight of Memory, though I do have a couple. I could side this in, or I could just main deck it. How many instants do I have? 1, 2. I don't think this card's going to be very good in my deck. I still don't really want to play Cabal Paladin. So I think I'm just going to take the Weight of Memory and sideboard it. And I got the Arcanist anyway. I don't need 2 Befuddles. Do I want the Guardians of Koilos or... Unwind is a nice sideboard tech. Guardians of Koilos or Weight of Memory. I got multiple Voltaic and Arcanists, and the Arcane Flight came back. Yeah, I think my deck looks pretty good. I like it. pretty cool curve, some decent late game options, and I'm not like dead to proactive decks, which is what I like. Okay, so let's go through the sideboard. How many creatures do I have? I have 14 creatures, so I don't think I'm a soul salvage deck. I just don't have enough creatures for it to be great, and also a lot of my creatures are a bit expensive. Don't really want to main deck Divest. It's going to be in the blue cards that I might main deck one or two. I could play Opt, maybe. I don't really want to Volt Arcanist in this deck. Let's group creatures separately. Oh, I forgot to do the display thing. I'm so sorry, folks. Oh, well. I could play Weight of Memory. I could play Time of Ice. I don't really think I'm a Time of Ice deck, though. I think I'm more of a grindy deck. I have several good removal spells. I have, like, some pretty good removal. Gonna be nice to see how Howling Golem plays out. I think it's pretty good, but I'm not sure, obviously. Guardians of Koilos. What does it bounce for good value? Only bounces Historics. Rona's not really great. This is fine. This guy's fine. I don't think I want Guardians. I just don't really have any synergy with it. I think I'll play Weight of Memory over it, or maybe play Opt over it. Opt is close. Opt is kind of just a do-nothing card. Weight of Memories is pretty slow card advantage. Don't want to play any of these bad cards. So it's between these three, I think. I don't think I want a main deck that's it's just a 5-mana 4/4. I don't think it's ever bouncing anything ever in my deck. I think the Judge Sentinel's fine. I kind of want to try it again because I think it was. I'm not sure how it performed based on my last draft, but I think it could be good as a one-of. I never want more than one of it. I like all my instants. I like the Dark Bargain. Weight of Memory is a way to just drown my opponent in card advantage, though I do have Howling Golem, so I think I might not ever be short on cards anyway. Though maybe they just won't ever be able to attack. I think I'm going to take the Opt. It's just another cheap instant. This card's kind of just doesn't do much. On turn 5, I want to be tapping out for these big guys. And it's just I do think I want a decent amount of lands in this deck because I'm going to be having extra cards. So I don't normally love Opt, but it's just another instant to hold up when I'm representing Blink of an Eye. I do have a Naru Meha, so it's just kind of a little bit of value there. I do have a decent number of instants. I don't think I want any of these weaker cards. The Arcanist doesn't seem insane. It just doesn't. I don't have a ton of expensive stuff. Soul Salvage is interesting, but if I was going to get a draw card, I think I'd prefer Weight of Memory. I just don't think I think I can win the game with this stuff. Maybe I should try out Time of Ice. I think I'll just play the Opt though. Which color do I want more of? I think I want one more blue source because I do have a double blue 2-drop. I'll go 9/8, and I do have the turn 1 Opt that I want to be able to cast some of the time. So let's save this, see how it goes. I think the deck's going to be pretty solid. Let's go. I like my curve too. I tried to make sure my deck didn't spin its wheels too much. Opt does spin your wheels a little bit, but so does Weight of Memory, and Weight of Memory is very expensive. Ooh, paired against the 1/1 person. Interesting. I would like to play first. The fine hand, we'll keep. We do need to find a swamp, but we have plenty to do. We don't really want to run out our Calico Skin Witch on turn 2 unless our opponent's pretty aggressive anyway. So we'll just run out our Blood Tallow Candle. We don't have any particular historic triggers, and we could draw like an Opt or something and opt into stuff we want to do. Opponent playing their Zalfrin Void. I think Zalfrin Void's a pretty cool card. Swamp, that was a nice draw. we'll play it and then pass the turn. We don't really want to run out of our skin, which we aren't really concerned about attacking with it, and we prefer to get more value out of it. Relic Runner, interesting. We'll try to ambush that with our Narumeha. Gonna play the island and then just pass the turn. We don't really need to play out our Calico Skin Witch. It looks like we're gonna get up to 6 lands, and making them discard 2 is gonna be a little bit better. We can just afford to take the hit for 2. We are losing a little bit of value on our Narumeha by just throwing it out there, but not overly concerned with that aspect of it. Just gonna play our Swamp and pass. If our opponent decides not to attack into our Narumeha, then we're fine with that. Okey-doke. We'll just try to eat the 2-1. Narumeha is a mythic, so it's kind of hard to play around. He could have a counter spell, you never know. We might just deep freeze this guy next turn. And yeah, this is pretty good for us. And that guy's case, we'll just deep freeze it, I think. Yeah, I kind of want to deep freeze this, to be quite honest. Yeah, I'll deep freeze this guy. I should have attacked first. I'm not going to be able to block this guy. So yeah, I'll do this. I should have attacked first, but I guess Calico Skin Witch is also a wizard, so that's kind of neat. I didn't realize that. I still kind of want to not have this get the death trigger. And I can Blood Tallow Candle the Stronghold Confessor. If he casts something, though, I'm going to be pretty happy to just kick my Calico Skin Witch and make him get rid of his last 2 cards. And that's fine by me. So yeah, making him get rid of his last 2 cards is going to be nice. I always like to try and cast the card, click the cast with kicker button before I cast the card, just so it works out every time. He has to discard his last 2 cards. That was pretty good for me. And then I will just pass the turn and block this. I can afford to double block it, and then I can Blood Tallow Candle his flyer, and we're in business. I do lose my Narumeha, but I am firmly in control of this game. He is going to start drawing extra cards with the Howling Golem, but I still feel like I'm in pretty good shape. Oh, that was a great draw. You could have discard spells, but I'm not going to be able to have enough cards in my hand to protect against that, so I am going to play out my lands. And I'll hold up 1 of each mana just to bluff him a little bit. And now this can't attack me. Ooh, another Howling Golem. I don't think I need a second Howling Golem, so I'm going to put that on the bottom. Merfolk Trickster is going to be good, I think. I'm going to put that on top. I don't think I needed another Howling Golem, though. We'll pass the turn. I am in good shape here. So this thing can make this thing lose flying. So I think I'm going to start attacking with my Cloudbreeder Sphinx. Start the beat down train. Then I'm going to play my Howling Golem. It's kind of interesting though, because I don't really want my opponent to draw cards, but I like drawing cards, so it's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out. We'll see. He'll attack, I'll make it lose its flying, and then I'll block it. Pretty nice to be able to block this. Get rid of his only real threat to me, and then I have the Blood Tallow Candle in play. Oh, Torgar. That's fun. So I could sack these 2 guys to play Torgar. Or I could just wait and play it for full cost, though at that point I'm not really getting any extra damage. So I kind of want to just play it for 6 and sack this. I think I'll do that. That way he goes to 10, and then he hits him down to 5. And I'm still in pretty good shape on the board. draining him for 4 is not really what you love to do with that. We'll attack with everything. Hit him down to 5. Oak doke. It could draw him to removal, but I'm fine with this because I also get to go through my deck. Befuddle. Okay, sure. Just save himself some damage. Then I'll play my land and pass the turn. And I wanted to get my 7/6 into play for a little bit of value. It's interesting to see how Howling Golem plays out. Academy Drake. Nice, nice. I can kill that with my Blood Tallow Candle, though, so I don't really care. I'll just use my onboard trick. Because then I can maybe double spell. And he concedes. Okay, pretty good game for me. He looked like he was trying to be a fairly aggressive deck. So I'll sideboard with that in mind. Maybe I want the extra 2-drop. Though he didn't look like he was very successful at being an aggressive deck. I might just prefer like a Tolarian Scholar because it blocks his... I guess he had the 3/2. He showed me the 2/1 flyer. But the 2/1 is the card I'm really thinking about. I don't know how I want to sideboard. I like all my cards. I don't necessarily need Dark Bargain. It could be a bit bad against his deck. Definitely glad I don't have Weight of Memory. What's a slow card in my deck, though? I think this card's the most likely cut. I think I'll cut this for a 2-drop on the draw. It didn't seem that fast. I guess I did ambush this guy with Jarameha. I think I might just want the extra 3-drop as just a card to play. Yeah, I'll play the 2/3 out of the board. Just as another blocker. I think it's more relevant than the 2/2 will be. And this is a perfect hand. We have our 2-drop into our sideboard tech. Okay, that card's kind of annoying. Lead with Island, so we can potentially just ambush something with Merfolk Trickster. Yeah. Not going to just run it out on turn 2, though. Okay, Relic Runner. We don't really care about Relic Runner. We're going to be able to eat it with our stuff. So we're not going to play our Merfolk Trickster. We're just going to play our wait a turn and play our Tolarian Scholar. I guess I still should have played Island there just in case I wanted to flash it in. But playing the black mana might mean he doesn't put an aura on his guy. Though if he does put the aura, I could deep freeze. So I should have played the Island there. There's no reason not to. But I do want to use my Merfolk Trickster for value here. I can just afford to take the hit for 2 and play my 2/3. And then if he starts playing historic spells, then I can make his guy not be unblockable. Academy Drake. Interesting. Okay. We're going to play Tolarian Scholar. And then next turn we can play our Jor's Familiar to block the Academy Drake. Shutting down this guy from attacking is pretty nice. This is why I wanted the 2/3, because I saw this card. Okay, East the Glider, his guy can't be blocked. Looks like I'm taking 4. Huh. Yeah, I can deal with that card, though. So I take 5 here. Pretty interesting turn coming up. Okie doke, that's a nice draw, though. I think I'm going to go... The problem with this play is it makes my mana much worse. I do want to be able to block and eat something, though. Yep. I think I'm just going to play Island and pass. And then if he doesn't do anything, I'll flash in my Merfolk Trickster. And I think I'm going to Merfolk Trickster make this thing lose abilities. Actually, I'm going to make this thing lose abilities. I don't really want him to get back this thing, but I can deep freeze it later. And this thing can't block, so it's just a bit worse. So I'm going to make the... I kind of want to eat the Aether Glider so I can deep freeze that thing, but I'm going to make that lose its abilities. Pretty happy to trade these off. He does get it back, but the 2-1's pretty useless for him. And I traded my 2-1 for it, and I have a 2-3 to block it. Relic Runner back. Okay. He has 2 Relic Runners. Sure. Okie doke. And I think I'm going to just play my land and... It's tough. I kind of just want to play Jora's Familiar so I can trade with that. And then next turn I can cast this for 2 and cast a Deep Freeze. If he doesn't want to attack. But I guess he'll probably attack. Next turn I can cast Wind Grace. I'd rather trade this for that than my 3-2. Hopefully he doesn't have any historic permanents here. That would be rather bad for me. I would take 4 damage. It's not the end of the world though, because I do gain 3 off of this. And he'll not have unlimited historic cards. Time of Ice, that's quite bad. That's actually horrific. Kind of bad for me. Okie doke. No blocks. This thing's getting tapped next turn. So. I'll Deep Freeze his flyer. Go to combat, attack for 2. Oh, that was a mistake. I think I'll hold up Blink of an Eye, but that was a mistake. I think I should have, instead of attacking, I should have not attacked and just played my Howling Golem, because then I can block these if he doesn't have another historic. That was kind of bad. I'm just going to Blink of an Eye one of them, though. Yep. Maybe I played this game a little bit too value-oriented. So, okay. And the Thallid. Yeah, it's 3 attackers, so I just have to play out some blockers and hope for the best. Take 2 and, it would have been better to hold it black. Yep. I will be gaining 3 life with this, but historic spell, yeah, that's game. That card's good with his dudes. Okay. I do want another 2-drop, I think, against his deck. I'll bring in the Cabal Evangel. Glad I took out the Dark Bargain. Pretty happy about that. Maybe I want Time of Ice for his stuff. Time of Ice seems like it could be good. What do I want to cut? Cut. I'll cut the Opt. And... Blood Tallow Candle isn't very good in this matchup. It's a bit slow. Maybe I don't want Time of Ice, though. I'll keep Time of Ice out. I would like to play first. Pretty good hand. We'll keep this one. It does need to draw lands, but if it does, I have a lot of... I think this might be... No, it's an Artificer. I have the Masterful Wizard draw. Pretty good curve out. I have deep freezes for some of his stuff. Do need to draw a land, though, for all of that to come to fruition. If I draw one land, I think I'll be in fine shape. Okay, Relic Runner. Unfortunate. Well, that happens sometimes. I'm still not dead. If I draw a land this next turn, I'll be fine, I think. Tetsuko. Land. And this isn't good. I might just fire off my bounce spell so I don't have to discard. I'm still not dead, but I do need to draw a land so I can deep freeze Tetsuko. It's a bummer that Merfolk Trickster is hard to cast. I think the hand is a definite keep, though. Yep, perfect, we got there. We got there. This is all other abilities. Kind of good for me. Doesn't look like he has an insane number of aggressive creatures. So I could just maybe get him with an Arameha again, and if I draw an island, I'd be in great shape, I think. I'm going to be more aggressive firing off my deep freezes this game, just so I don't die. I can also use my Merfolk Trickster to get Relic Runner off the board. I just need to draw another island. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that's so good for me. Oh, the 2-for-1 value. He doesn't look like he has insanely proactive stuff to be doing. I'm just going to deep freeze it. It's a defender, so I don't really care that it still has a power. Looks like he might be flooded or have no creatures to play. Oh, that's so good for me. I keep saying that, and it keeps being true. Good Merfolk Trickster gonna get the trade in. Yep, and I think I've slowed the game down fairly well. Sure, whatever pump spell he has, I'm pretty fine with that. Okay, Befuddle, that's fine. Need to draw a land here, would be nice. If he has a historic spell, I won't take 2 off it, which is pretty cool as well. I actually need to keep hitting my land drops. Hopefully he plays something that has like 2 power that I can get with my Narameha. Fuddle was minorly annoying. There's some argument to just tapping his creature down and not going for the block. The Drake, okay. Land is nice. And the land is good. I'm just going to pass and flash in my Narameha, trade with this 4-2. And that way I have a target for my Rona. It doesn't mean my Tolarian Scholar's not getting pumped, but I don't really care about that part. I'm also kind of trying to play around Time of Ice by playing my creatures at flash speed. Maybe a Vicious Offering. Yep. A Minor Annoyance. I take 6. I go to 8. And he draws 2. That's not the end of the world for me. Okay, cool. Okay, perfect. We drew a land. I can start playing out my stuff. We're just going to play our Tolarian Scholar and our Howling Golem. And then we will pass. This way, if he has Time of Ice, he can't really get us. Arcane Flight, and that's lethal. Well played, opponent. It was pretty close. We did get a little bit mana screwed there. If we'd been able to hold off on casting our Blink of an Eye, I think we would have been in much better shape. But we kind of had to fire it off, and then we also our Merfolk Trickster wasn't able to trade with this. It was pretty close. I think our deck is pretty good though, and let's see if we can win it in round 2. Definitely interesting the way the game played out. Opponent had a pretty good draw, I think, both times. He beat us in the games. He beat us. I think his draws were pretty good, and my draws were a little clunky both times. Which my deck is kind of clunky, but whew. Having to just, I think maybe firing off the Deep Freeze on the Tetsuko was a bit aggressive. Because I could have used my Merfolk Trickster to, though I can't kill his Tetsuko, and Tetsuko gives like all those guys unblockable. It's interesting for sure. Oh, this is a great hand. We'll keep it. Just missing our 3rd land drop is really what cost us. Because we missed it for 2 turns. I'm not going to just run out my Skin Witch. Don't need to. Just going to play my Howling Golem and try to hit land drops. I also might have been able to win the 2nd game if I wasn't so greedy with my Merfolk. I just run it out on turn 2. Ooh, Squee. Hello, Squee. Deep Freeze is pretty good against Squee. Going to attack, draw some cards. I think I'm just going to play my Dredge Sentinel here instead of playing Narameha. This way, when I hold up mana, it's not really suspicious at all. Ooh, 3 colors. Nice, nice. No blocks. No attacks, I mean. That was a great draw. Going to attack. Not going to attack with Dredge Sentinel, though. Don't really want to have to spend the 3 mana on it. Ah, the Wrath. I can bounce Wrath. I think I'm going to. Maybe I should have seen that coming. I was thinking he might have a Gideon's Trial or something. Yeah, I think I'll bounce Wrath. I'll let the ability resolve, though. Yeah, letting him eat my thing for free seems bad. Then I'll play my Blood Tallow Candle post-combat. And then I can just not attack next turn and make it so his ambush is less effective. I think I'll play the Sphinx, because the Sphinx can attack. Or I can attack and then Blood Tallow Candle his Wrath. That's also a nice option. I think I'll just develop my board, though. He next levels me if he has a Syncopate here. That'd be really funny. Oh, man, he does. Get wrecked. What a noob. What a noob. Boom, let's go. Drawing cards is good for me because then I can get to some of my later game stuff. Though he does have an extra color, so maybe he's got more powerful stuff than me. Generally, though, going from 4 cards to 5 cards is more powerful than going from like 5 to 6. Oh, that's going to be so good when I copy it with Narameha. Oh, that's going to be nuts. I'm going to attack now and do the Blood Tallow Candle play. No blocks is nice. I don't really want to kick the Skin Witch right now. He probably has just a ton of extra cards. I mean, he does have a ton of extra cards. I'll just hold up the Blood Tallow Candle to kill his Wrath. He's opting. Okay. Being able to do this twice seems very good. Who plays at sorcery speed anymore? He has to cast something or he'll discard to hand size. Maybe he doesn't really care about that part. It's a moral victory. I don't really ever want to pay the 3 for the Dredge Sentinel right now, just because I have this guy going. Maybe they don't really belong in the same deck, because this guy's like better when you have no cards and you just want to spend your mana on something, and this guy's like gonna keep all your cards, make sure you have all the cards you need. Fight with fire. Okay. That's fine. He still has the Wrath mana up. So I will pass the turn. When he taps out for the Wrath, I'm going to go for my Dark Bargain play. Or now. How many cards? I have 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't want to discard a hand size, so I guess I'll just wait. You can just bounce it. I'm fine with that. Yeah, discarding the hand size seems bad. I know one of the cards in his hand is Wrath. I really want to get this Narameha little synergy going. Seems pretty sweet. I will lose 4 life. I could have done it to block Squee, but I'd rather see if he taps out before I do it. He's syncopating the Narameha, okay. Two in the hand, so in hand. In hand. That was pretty nice. I'll play the Dredge Sentinel too. I still have a fairly high life total. Skin Witch is going to be pretty relevant, I think, eventually. There's the raft. There we go. I can Blood Tallow Candle this at some point. I'll take 5. If he has another fight with fire, then I'm going to die. Something to be aware of. I think I'm going to use the Blood Tallow Candle. Johora. Hey, okay. Oh, that was really bad. I let him cast a spell. Oh my gosh, he's got Joda? Well, that's a catastrophe for me. Huh. Joda must die. Going to get rid of the Jorah. Kind of in a bad spot here. I mean, I'm dead to fight with fire. If he has another one. Jousting Lance, okay. I'm fine against the Jousting Lance. It's kind of annoying, but like... Okay, equip such a Wrath. So he's going to hit me for 7, I'm going to go to 4. Huh. Only with Wrath. Okay, with both makes more sense. He only has 3 cards in hand. So I can potentially get rid of 2 of them. I mean, I can definitely get rid of 2 of them. I'm gonna play my land. I have 11 lands, so my options are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't cast that with Kicker if I want to, but I can hold up this. I think I'm gonna start by opting. That's a perfect card to put on top. I think I'm going to deep freeze this guy. No, I'm gonna deep freeze the Squee. Blink of an eye this guy. I'm going to work on the blink of an eye first. Perfect. Okay. Now I can deep freeze Squee. First I'm going to attack. There are other flash cards, but I'm not really all too worried about them. Like, I don't think he has Narameha. That's a mythic. Okay, so he bounces my guy. Sure. Hard to play land. I will deep freeze your guy. And then I'll replay Rona. And then I will play Rona for the first time. And get rid of, what do I want to exile? Probably the candle. Seems good. I thought I had Narameha, but I guess he exiled Narameha. Yeah, that seems good. So we know one of his cards is Wrath. He plays his land out, which is interesting. He doesn't know I have the Caligo Skin Witch, but I have a 7-mana removal spell, which I guess is 6 mana if I play this first. I can just cast this for free. Skizik, you say? Dead, I say. Oh man, that's unfortunate. Unfortunate. Dang it. I wish I'd known he had Skizik. That's unfortunate. Well, we played a pretty good grindy game there. Fortunately, it did not work out perfectly. I'm going to bring in Weight of Memory in the control mirror. Gonna maybe bring in Unwind. No, Unwind didn't seem insane. No, I'm not going to bring that in. Divest seems good. What do I take out? I don't think Fungal Infection had any targets. And I guess I take out Opt. Huh, this is a fine hand, we'll keep it. It's not insane, but we have like 2 good flyers, so can't complain. Another land is not really what we want, but you don't want to miss your land drops either, so having more lands is not the end of the world. We'll take Servant, okay, sure. Nice, Joyous Familiar number 2. Assembling our little aerial force here. He doesn't have his white yet. He does have, what's it called, up? The counter spell, but I think if he counters our Joyous Familiar, we're fine with that. Because next turn we'll just slam a better flyer that we care a lot more about. Syncopate's the one I'm thinking of, yeah. We don't really care. Playing around Syncopate is not going to win us the game. I mean, he's going to have Syncopate the whole game. We're not going to play around Syncopate number 2. I'm just going to assume he has Wrath if he doesn't play anything on his turn. Good. Next turn I can play Jorah's into Howling Golem, which is kind of cool. Another Syncopate would be kind of annoying, but I think he probably just has Wrath. Put that on top, and swamp on top. No Wrath, just no play. That's interesting. Okay, Fight with Fire makes sense. We're running a little bit low on gas. Well, Howling Golem could be nice to fill us back up. Jorah Familiar. Howling Golem. Now we have a double block on the Voltaic Servant. Skizzix. Yeah, we'll eviscerate Skizzix. We'll just take the 5. We might end up, I don't know whether we should deep freeze Skizzix or not. We'll probably eviscerate it just because we don't want him to bounce it back to his hand. We'll attack first. We can afford to take one from Voltaic Servant. Ooh, Divest, that's a nice one. Sure. See what he's got coming. So he has Blink of an Eye, Goblin Barrage, and Island. So yeah, that's why we don't want to deep freeze, because he'll just bounce his own guy. Plays the island. We know about the Goblin Barrage. Skinwitch would be kind of nice. I think drawing the extra card is more relevant for me than it is for him. Good to know that he has the Goblin Barrage, because we can save our Vicious Offering for when he goes for Goblin Barrage. Sure. We didn't have anything to do with our mana this turn anyway, so that's actually fine for us. It also gives us a blocker. So he has 3 unknown cards. Squee, that's kind of annoying. Squee, I can't say it very well. My voice is dying. Huh. I kind of want to just type thanks in chat. Ooh, that's a nice one. So he's already used a Syncopate. I think we'll just cast it for 7 before combat. Not on our draw step. Just cast. Unfortunate that he has Syncopate. Oh, Wizard's Retort. Okay. We're just going to attack with Drawer's Familiar. Don't want to take 3. You can just attack and let the Squee die, but such is life. Huh. Him having a counterspell there was not great for me. I don't think he's going to Goblin Barrage my Howling Golem. Interesting. Oh, and he can get Squee back. That's annoying. So it's like a free 4 damage. Okay, Squeeze back. That's one of the reasons Deep Freezing Squee would have been bad, because he could have just Goblin Barrage sacked it. Ooh, that's a nice draw. Huh. How do I want to play this? So I can use my Vicious Offering to kill this so my guy doesn't die, but I want to attack first so I draw an extra card. Okay, so I can just bounce something. Okay, so I'm going to do it like this. Then I'm going to -2/-2 the Voltaic guy, just to kill it. And then I just kind of wanted to draw an extra card. And, wow. That's fine by me, bud. That is a very interesting decision. So that's actually really good for me, because now I get rid of his Voltaic guy. Yeah, if I'd done that before, see, if I just cast the Calico Skin Witch, I wouldn't have, he would have just rescued one of his guys. You know, he wouldn't have been able to rescue, but he probably would just go to rescue or something. Okay, so I got rid of the Servant. He has nothing in hand. He has the Squee. He's just going to recast Squee, which is kind of annoying. Oh, no, he's got something else. Of course he does. That's game. You can just get back fight with fire and I lose. Well, that's unfortunate. That's actually not true. I can bounce my own Calico Skin Witch. Huh. That feeling where you're in a great spot and then you get screwed. So I'm gonna have to bounce. So I have 8 mana. It's gonna take 8 mana to do the play I have to do to live. So I could attack with this. He'll double block. I'll get screwed. So. Ooh, hooray, we didn't die. Hip hip, hooray. Definitely annoying though. I have to hold back to block. He's in top deck mode. The Get-You Chronicler was a good top deck, I will say. Joda. Yeah, that's gonna have to bite the dust, buddy. Huh. We'll deep freeze Joda. I really want to deep freeze this Squee. The Squee is really annoying. We're just gonna deep freeze the Joda. And keep our blink of an eye. So I think we're winning this game right now. We have 1 extra card on him, essentially. And our card replaces itself. Oh, okay, Relic Runner. That's fine. Ooh, that was so good. Do we want to mill ourselves? I mean, that puts us behind, and milling him could be fine. You know he has a Get-To Chronicler. Since he already has the Squee, I think I'm going to mill him. I don't have any graveyard synergies. I guess I have the Disciple of Gix person, but I really don't want to lose this game by mill out. Okay, so he got rid of a couple artifacts and a land. Okay, I drew my Garumeha. Perfect, perfect. We'll just hold up our blink of an eye just so nothing can go wrong. Next turn we can play our Drudge Sentinel, we can play our Narameha. We're in great shape. Okay, the familiar is fine. Oh, that gives it another historic trigger. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I guess we'll block Squee, which gives us another historic trigger next turn. That's actually really annoying. I guess we'll just cast with Kicker. Always with these blue-red decks. Yeah, you know it. You know it. Huh. I wonder if Trickster is kind of good to get rid of the Drawers Familiar. I guess it can. That was bad. Again. Okay. Kadok, we'll attack for 2. Draw that extra card. Just gonna block with Joda, but extra card's kind of nice for me here. I think I'm gonna get rid of the Jars Familiar. Yup. It's an irritating combo. I might just get rid of the Relic Runner, because I can actually never block that. I can tap this. Oh my gosh, he's got. Okay, he only had an opt. Thank goodness. We're going to tap the squeeze so it can't block our Howling Mine guy. Oh, I'm so bad. Oh, I'm so bad. Oh, that was actually horrific. Now I'm going to lose the game. I needed it. Alright, I forgot that the punt. Oh, that was really bad. Oh, that was so bad. Ignore me. Just punting away the match. Don't mind me. Wow, that was so bad. So bad. Wow, if I'd killed the Relic Runner, I'd be at 5 right now, so then I could deep freeze Joda or something. But man, that was brutal. I messed that up. Feels bad, man. It was a pretty close match. It wasn't reflected in the game score, but like either of those games we could have won. We had the weight of memory where we drew 3 cards and then our opponent didn't draw a land. If our opponent had whiffed one of those turns, we were going to be able to take over. But because he just kept drawing relevant spells, we didn't manage to get there. We also had the Howling Golem, which was kind of helping him out, but it was kind of helping us out too. We'll play the final round. Let's see how it goes. Any changes we want to make? No, I think it's been fine. Got to get that 1-2. Whew. I think our deck's pretty good. I like our deck a lot. We have solid rares. We have decent late game. Our opponent's deck was pretty good, though. And then we messed that thing up at the end. Yeah, you choose the creature and it loses the abilities and you tap it. If you could choose different targets, that would actually just be nuts. Oh, this is a good hand. Voltaic Serpent is the play. We have a nice little 3-4-5 curve out. With optional bounce spell. Rona's not going to get us an insane amount of value here. We're still going to play it as a blocker. Something to do with our manas. Windrake. That's a fine draw. He had a free attack with the Voltaic Servant there, I think. Unless he has some other artifact he wants to untap. Oh, never mind. He does not have a... That's why he didn't do it. I don't think I can win anymore. I'm just going to bounce the Zahid. Look for a removal spell. Maybe he'll attack with the Voltaic Servant. Dang it. Howling Golem, not really what we wanted to see there. Zahid is not fun for me. I dislike Zahid. Aha, I love Zahid. Get wrecked, bud. And then we're going to be able to play our Joy Familiar to trade with that. Oh no. Eldest Reborn feels so bad. I'll discard that island. And now he has the Rona. Feels bad, man. Definitely willing to trade here. I think I'm just going to play my Torgar this turn. Sack the Howling Golem. Drain my opponent for 10. I think it's just going to be pretty good at putting a clock on him, because he can't block it very well. And there's nothing insane, and I don't want to play my Wind Grace and potentially mill something huge. Yeah, Rona's annoying. Oh, God. I did not realize that that would happen. I'm just going to concede now. Yeah. Yeah, there's no possible way I win this game. That was, a beating. Brutal. Get wrecked, noob, I guess. I'm gonna bring in Unwind. Take out Fungal Infection. Take out Opt. Try it like that. We're gonna mulligan. Unfortunate. Keep this. Put that on top. Can help us with an early Zahid. Howling Golem could be pretty nice because we get a lot more value out of it than him, because if I have 5 cards and he has 7 cards, it's much different than if I have 8 cards and he has 10 cards. Oh, the Voltaic Servant. Oh, the Voltaic Servant. Huh. Not sure how much I like Howling Golem. It's been fine. Definitely an interesting card. That's not ideal. Ah, get wrecked, opponent. By the superior power of my Howling Golem attack. I have too many. Oh, he likes me drawing cards, okay. How about double Howling Golem? This is gonna get silly. Lance, okay. It costs 3 to equip, that's so much. Not even being a nice guy and letting me untap my Howling Golem. What a jerk. I'm gonna attack. We'll both draw 2. Helping me dig out of my mulligan is nice. Hopefully he doesn't have a syncopate. Maybe I should have played it before I did it. Attacks. Definitely bottom. His own Cloud Reader Sphinx. Aha. Unfortunate. Let's see what he does with this scry. Put 1 on the bottom, 1 on the top. Okay. Let's deep freeze the Sphinx. He does have Zahid, but I want to be able to attack him and yeah. Get to the cards flowing. Okay, he trades. But I can get 1 back with my Rona now. Okay. Definitely sacking my servant. I mean my golem. Whew. And I can exile another card with this if I need to, if I don't have anything to use my Trickster on. Definitely discarding a Swamp. That's mildly problematic. Good thing he doesn't have anything great to reanimate, though. Ooh, Weight of Memory is nice, nice. Definitely casting that bad boy. I think I just want to cast it now. Before my Rona dies. I'll mill myself. What happened? We played really close matches and I just came out on the losing end. They were really close, though. Ooh. Nice. Oh, why did I mill myself? Oh, now he gets a Cloud Reader Sphinx. Oh, gosh. That's not great. Milling anyone, though, is pretty bad when he has the Eldest Reborn. I just didn't want him to kill it. I'm fine. Yep. I can Naru Meha and my Eviscerate. Sure. Gonna tap down his Academy Drake. And then I'm gonna Naru Meha with my Eviscerate. Kill 2 of his dudes. Hold control. Eviscerate that guy. Narameha. This is a wizard too, yeah. You're a wizard, Trickster. Okay. Giving my opponent a Sphinx? I didn't give it to him. He got it back with Eldest Reborn because I drew 3 cards and milled myself. Oh, you said Kappa. LOL. Of course. That's unfortunate. Quite unfortunate indeed. Huh. Maybe that was a bit of a greedy play. I could have just eviscerated one of them and unwinded. Dang, that was actually so greedy. I could have eviscerated, then countered his thing, and then still Jarumehad. Discard this and this. Hmm. Let me get rid of that. Another land is not helpful. Well, shucks. Drudge Sentinel. Befuddle, you say. You don't say. I'm just gonna hold up Rona. Unfortunate that I mistapped there. He has his own Rona. You get back the Eldest Reborn. Presumably. This card is... That's not very fair. It's very bad for me. Casting Academy Drake, though. Why not attack? No one knows. Dark Bargain, you say? That's kind of nice. Kind of nice. Put 2 cards into my hand. Hand. Those were good draws. That was very nice. Hmm. I think I'm gonna put this on this guy. I kind of want to put on the Rona, but I don't really care about my creatures. I can just sacrifice something really meaningless. Just gonna deep freeze that. I guess I should have deep freezed the Academy Drake. But the Academy Drake's more expensive to recast. Play land. I already played land. Just gonna play my Dredge Sentinel. And pass. Oh, I'm so bad. Oh no, I could have just bounced the Cloud Reader to my own hand because it's mine. Wow. How do I not see that play? Oh man, I guess because it doesn't have like a control magic attached to it, but oh, that's so bad. Well, that's not good for me, folks. I could have just put it on this, bounced my own Cloud Reader Sphinx. Yeah, that's not great. He's attacking. Bold strategy. Oh, he's got another one. Dang. Really wish I'd used that deep freeze better. Hmm. Hmm. I'm gonna kick this, make him discard 2. Cast down. Oh god, what's his last card? It's gotta be absurd, doesn't it? So I can bounce Drake, attack for 3. Actually, I can bounce Drake, attack for like 1,000,000. Oh, I'm so bad. I'm so bad. Oh, that's a good draw. Oh, I'll hold back some blockers. So he can't just equip and kill me. This thing can't attack. I guess he can double block my 3/3s. I'm fine losing a 3/3 for his 1/3. That attack was really bad. He could just, yeah, he has no risk on blocking. That's so bad. Oh man. Yeah, that was a really bad attack. Oh, he targets me. Oh shoot, how many cards do I have left? Oh my god, I'm gonna mill. I'm getting milled. I should have targeted his graveyard with Weight of Memories. Oh no. How is this even happening? What the heck? Oh my god. I can't even attack with Howling Golem. Or I die. Wow. I got milled? That's horrific. Wow. That was brutal. Yup. Ouch. Well, the classic 0-3 and those last matches didn't feel like particularly. I mean, the second to last one felt pretty close, but that last one did not feel close at all. Just got massacred. But yeah, um, I'll have to do some more exploring in the format. I don't know exactly what was wrong with my deck. I feel like I have decent win cons. Maybe Howling Golem's just garbage. You never know. And maybe that card was losing me. I don't know why. My deck seems like it has good cards in it. I don't know. I do not know. But yeah, getting milled out feels bad, man. Yeah. Maybe I just don't have enough powerful bombs to be playing late game stuff, but yeah, that is going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to click that thumbs up and subscribe to get updates whenever I post new content. If you have any questions about the draft or the gameplay, be sure to leave them in the comment section down below, and I will be happy to respond with my thoughts and or answers. I always enjoy hearing from you guys and being able to reply. If you would like to catch me streaming live, you can find me on twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. There will be a link to that in the description below. If you would like to connect with me on social media, you can tweet me at NicolaiBolas. I post there whenever I go live, whenever I have a 3-0 deck list, and whenever I post a new YouTube video. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's video. We didn't manage to get a W, but we had some fun. Our deck was pretty cool, and yeah. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you next time.